Greetings, Total War fans. As many of you know, there has been a recent, more or less controversy concerning women in Rome 2 Total War in the Ancestral update. And I thought that was a very interesting topic. And I also thought it was interesting because, at least from my experience here on YouTube, for my Rome 2 videos and just Rome Total War videos in general, like over 90% of that population that I have watching my channel is male. And from what I've heard from other YouTubers, especially video game channels, their population that views their content is also overwhelmingly male. Again, over 90%. So I figured the best way to answer this, instead of just deciding it as guys, would be to invite a girl. So I chose my wife.
Hello, everyone!
This is my wife, Mikkel, and she's awesome. And she actually has a little bit of a gaming history. She has played World of Warcraft for like a couple of years. She really liked that. So, yeah. So she's not just any woman. She actually knows video games, and she plays Smash Brothers with me. So.
Now, I don't know too much about this game, but I have watched him play it a few times.
Yep. So she kind of knows enough to enjoy it, you might say. So yeah, so to approach this topic, I'm going to do it basically as a Let's Play, so that way we can go through it, and I want to do this as Egypt, because that now infamous screenshot where that one person ended up with all female general options, he was playing as Egypt, so I want to see if I can replicate that. But also, I still think this idea is pretty cool, because from the beginning, I thought it was weird we didn't have as Egypt especially, we didn't have like a Cleopatra-like character, or for the Iceni tribe in Britannia, like we didn't have a Boudica-like character. So I think overall, just the fact they're letting female characters be generals, I think that's pretty cool, and actually makes it a bit closer to what we know the history was like. So I think the real question is how it's implemented, like how the percentages work out, and then the most important factor is the game still fun? So yeah, that's the main questions we're looking at to answer during this, and with that, we're just going to jump right in.
What's up with his face?
That's Augustus, love.
Well, he just... Anyways, it's a really
He's giving
funny
his
face.
speech to the senators. He's probably...
Well, that's not
I'm not sure if
motivating
it's...
speech then.
I'm sure it's a very divisive speech. Like, the supporters really know they're supporting, and the opposers really know they're opposing.
I was like, it definitely looks like it's wreaking some havoc in the senators then. They're all pretty riled up.
Oh, they're old men, and he's disrupting the status quo.
Oh, okay.
I mean, potentially, that's one way I can definitely skew this. As to why they wouldn't be happy.
Probably. He doesn't look happy, though.
Overall, Augustus was pretty well received.
Okay.
Or I guess he ran a pretty good smear campaign on Mark Antony and Cleopatra, so they just were less well received.
Interesting quote. Despise not death, but welcome it, for nature wills it like always.
Well, yeah, because everyone dies, so...
Well, I mean, it's true. I just thought it was an interesting quote.
Yeah, Marcus Aurelius, he's a really cool emperor, especially for like meditation and just, well, his book collection, you might say, is the Meditations. It's basically sayings of Marcus Aurelius, and it's pretty nice. A piece of philosophy.
And we're almost there.
We're basically like at 100%.
Your former vassals, Cyrenaica, have deigned to declare their independence.
No,
they rebelled. They rebelled. This is why gotta kill
Cyprus
them.
remains true,
Listen
but is
to
at risk from invasion, as are your eastern possessions.
See? Like I was saying
The Seleucid
when I was watching
Empire
him
is a
earlier,
particular
I said
threat.
they
Yeah.
sound a little more Scottish. They have a little more of an accent, you know? It doesn't really sound super
maybe.
Egyptian.
So, as you guys may have gathered, we'd actually done this a little bit before, and what happened was those recordings, the video quality was awful, horrendous. And I figured you guys wouldn't want to watch pictures that look like they have Vaseline rubbed on them. So I decided to totally reshoot it, and my wife is such a great camper and very supportive of me, so she agreed to reshoot it with me.
Well, it's not that bad.
It's not that bad. And apparently it's not that great, so...
Well, I get to make fun comments and be with you,
Ready for
so
orders.
awful.
Oh, whoa, love, you're getting a little too mushy right there.
Ooh, I'm sorry.
Our Lord needs good fighters.
Okay, so just throw in some troops, do a little bit of research. Why not have a church there? And build up garrison.
Fight for you, my lord.
Alright, so I want to capture the Cyrenaian lands, because they rebelled, and they should have seen this coming.
Well, why did they rebel?
Oh, they don't really explain that, and it doesn't matter, love.
Oh.
They rebelled, so they must face the consequences of their rebellion.
Even if the rebellion was in good faith.
We don't really know.
What? The kids are young again.
Yeah, because we're restarting.
Okay.
Because it would make no sense, you know, starting halfway through.
I didn't know when we started. Last time we were doing this,
Oh.
the kids were a lot older. We have a prisoner wife.
Yeah, that's interesting.
So Arsena was a prisoner wife.
Maybe. That's
Interesting.
hashtag awkward. Opportunist husband. Oh, okay. Family intrigue. Declare an heir. We don't need to do that right now. And they're super young anyways. We can let Berenice be the heir, even though typically men were favored for the role, and
he's
the
a
guy...
little older.
And he's a little older, which is a... I don't know. My understanding is that's a little odd, but what the heck. Maybe Egypt had a thing where they favored females sometimes. Because obviously Cleopatra eventually was able to take over. Initially, like, her brother was, like, the pharaoh, but everyone knew he was kind of weak and kind of a pushover, so he wasn't really thought of much. Oh yeah, and I can issue an edict. Tax harvesting. Give me money. So, love, why did you play World of Warcraft? Like, what about that game appealed to you?
This war can end.
No peace.
Oh. I was like, why are we switching gears to World of Warcraft?
Oh, because just want everyone to, well, because the premise of this, like, you know, is getting women's opinion, and I kind of think, like, I was talking about, like, demographically speaking, to me it seems like most women don't play Total War games, so I just want to get more about, like, why you even played video games, because that seems like something that a lot of girls don't do. And they don't have to do it, obviously. Like, you know, everyone do what you want, but I'm just curious, like, what your draw was to...
Yeah, so for me, World of Warcraft, I really like the world, the scenarios where they had everything. I thought they did a really good job of setting up the different, I guess you could really call them factions or races that they had. And I just like the stories built into it. It wasn't all about fighting, which I liked. It's kind of, I guess, somewhere in this way you can go loot things and build up your own arsenal in that sense. I like going to different places and seeing their life and their culture. And then fighting, I mean, that part wasn't my favorite
We
aspect
beg
of
for a
World of
treaty
Warcraft.
between our
I like
peoples.
more of just being able to
Some
do
arrangement
more
that
in
will
the
give
game
us
and see
both
different,
prosperity and strength.
of the, like, different.
Okay, so... in summary, the tourist side.
Yes, I was a tourist gamer, I guess.
Yeah.
Really. I don't know. Maybe the fighting I didn't like as much because I'm not very good at the fighting aspect of it. But
And obviously that doesn't help. You don't like things... Usually people don't like things they're not good at.
yeah, so I wasn't very good at that aspect. But I definitely liked exploring the realm and the game.
The realm.
The realm, yes.
I live to serve.
But it's kind of for the same aspect that you like this game. You like it for the history aspect of it, not
Yep.
just the beat 'em up, destroy everything.
Yeah, no, I like world domination.
I was saying that wasn't the only reason you were playing this game.
It's not the only reason. Well, I mean, but I do like the military history like behind it. So I mean, beating them up kind of comes as a part of that because you want to see the army, you know, out in the field. Like, and I feel like that's one of the big things that draws people to Total War. Because like I like to play, like in college, I played this all the time, and my roommates would always see these huge armies on my screen. They'd be like, "Whoa, what game are you playing?" And I'd tell them it's Total War, and like more often than not, like they would download it themselves, one Total War title, at least. Medieval 2 was an easy sell because it's so moddable and it's a really good game. So if you've never played Medieval 2, you're doing yourself a disservice. You should really look into that, and it's available on Steam. Probably for
There is
still on
good
sale
in
this
trade.
weekend.
To walk through a market is to
Yeah,
understand.
sure. Let's get money.
Money's always
This
Nope.
senseless war.
What?
I'm getting their lands.
You're not getting their lands?
I'm getting their lands.
Oh, you're getting their lands.
Yep,
I mean, that's good.
because they backstab me.
It's all about the backstabbing.
Yeah, I mean, they betrayed me, love. They betrayed Egypt.
Oh no, the horror.
Uh-huh.
Whatever will Egypt do?
Oh,
wait.
have
I was like, they'll just have money and then go take over if they needed to or wanted to.
yeah, is what that comes out to. I wonder, nope, can't take it by sea. But I can get pretty darn close. Build that little granary thing. I'd say we're pretty well off right there.
I'm just waiting.
Yeah, she's actually crocheting right now.
You don't need to tell everyone that.
Too late. They get bored. Ooh, we have a child.
Aww.
Androcles.
How exciting. The future pillar of the family and the people.
Yep. I said this in the last video that I recorded, but didn't quite work out. But I love the color on the new like pictures that they added to the game. Like for events like this, like they look very, very rich. Makes me very pleased. Like Creative Assembly, like there is a clear difference, I think, between the level of detail on the back end, how the game works between the older titles like Medieval 2 and Rome 2. But definitely the art styles in each game, like Shogun 2, like it's very memorable. The art in that game and really well done. And I feel like Rome 2, like it was good, but the newer stuff they did, like they hit it out of the park. I think. Alright, let's get some upgrades for people. They're just slingers. No, I'll still give it to them, just for their armor.
I live
Do you
to
still have
serve.
archers in this one?
None will
I
escape.
don't have archers, but I don't need archers, I think.
Besieging settlement.
How can I assist? Destroy them! We will return!
Okay, that was being silly, so
I live
backed
to
out of
serve
that, but now
you.
they should be able
Your
to
orders, my
blockade by
lord.
sea. Nope.
For Egypt.
Okay, they're reinforcing. This will be easy. You will just auto-resolve, so we can get into a bigger, better battle. We will occupy.
You're taking over?
Yeah.
Oh, well, there's not that much to take over
At
now.
your command.
What do you mean there's not that much to take over now?
Can I
See
do
all the
for
fires?
Egypt?
And look, love, the fires are out.
Oh wow, magic!
Well, I didn't burn down the city.
Oh, you burned down...
I didn't burn down most of the
Oh,
city.
like, some of the city.
Some of it, probably. Some buildings were harmed in the making of this Let's Play, but...
Setting forth in Pharaoh's name.
But that's just part of playing Total War games, love.
Is the fire. Maybe
Yep,
that's a reason,
there.
also another reason why you like it.
What? Fire?
Fire!
I mean, what guy doesn't like burning or blowing stuff up?
Exactly.
It's just our thing. Oh, sweet. He ranked up a level. Pharaoh. And Philosopher. Or Strategist. We'll make him a Strategist.
Oh, what was the other one?
Philosopher.
No, the yellow one.
Oh,
There's Philosopher.
Let's see.
Can you even look at the third choice?
No, because I like the strategist skill tree.
Oh, okay.
At your service.
I was
Like
there
being
was a
able to
third
fight
option.
snipe. Yes, there was a third option. I did not need the third option.
Oh, okay.
Need reporting, my lord.
Alright, so one thing you guys could let us know down in the comments, one, if you're enjoying this part, feel free to hit that like or dislike button. Either one is fine. Any
My
feedback is
people
good
are
feedback.
proud, as are yours.
And
But pride does
I'll wait for
not
this guy to
stop a
finish.
man having friends.
non-aggression pact and give me money. I like it.
You have spoken.
So just as I was saying, if you like or dislike this part, feel free to hit those buttons. And especially if you dislike, feel free to let me know, or us, why you dislike it. So that way we can just make better videos that you guys would enjoy watching. Population surplus. That's always nice. Growing populations.
Mm-hmm.
Let's actually... why not? Build another farm. Upgrade. The farming settlements.
How may I
How
serve
can
you?
I assist Pharaoh? On the move, my lord.
All men must buy gold.
So basically, everything in the spookiness, you have to go explore.
Kind of. Like, we know it's there. It's what's called the fog of war in a video game. It's basically like, generally where things are. Like, for example, cities are pretty big, so you know where they are. But you don't know, like, what armies are there. The specifics about it.
Interesting.
So that's why spies are really handy.
That makes sense.
Yeah, and just some other things about the update, the ancestral update. So female characters, like, they are much more common. So they're actually a possibility, except for Kush, because as soon as that kingdom was added, they've always been able to have female leaders. But certain kingdoms, mainly Rome, Carthage, the Greek city-states, and the eastern factions like Parthia and Armenia, where women leaders weren't, like generals, were not at all really a thing, they have no chance of having a female general. So it's only certain factions like Egypt, the successor kingdoms, and essentially like the barbarian factions that have a chance of having women. So there you can kind of see, like, Creative Assembly like chose specifically based on the history which factions could even have a female general. So this definitely wasn't just
I live
a blanket
to serve
like
Pharaoh.
statement essentially that they did. Like
Set up the
they
watch.
thought about it historically, at least to some extent, before doing it. And alright. They probably like food. We'll give them food.
Everyone likes food.
Yep. Things are going well over here.
Ready for
Basically.
orders. Our lord
Crew another boat.
needs more ships.
I'm like, why does this take so long
What do you mean, why does it take so long?
to go through all the little...
Kingdoms factions?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, there's like over... I think in the starting game there's over 200, like when you first start out the game.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so there's just a lot of people to go through. And the Seer nations were foolish and attacked me in the city itself. I think it's called Patrionian something. I'll double check it later. But yeah, we're going to jump right into this fight and show them what happens when you backstab. Backstab Egypt and Pharaoh.
Yep, then you get burned. And...
Well, I won't... Well, no, they're not going to get burned. I'm not going to shoot them with flaming arrows, and I already own the city.
I didn't mean it literally.
The best plan is to profit from the folly of others. Yeah, it's definitely a convenient way. I wouldn't always count on people being stupid.
And that's true. But it's nice to learn from their mistakes.
Yep. Yeah, so this will be pretty easy. I have enough pikes to set up a solid pike line. And then, obviously, my infantry are pretty much the same as theirs. In terms of quality, I might have more upgrades, so that's a nice plus. And then I have additional skirmishers. There we go. Got my controls figured out.
Our orders!
Okay, so they pretty much can't get in through there. Can through here.
Fight phalanx! Slingers!
And of course, the entrance would be on that side.
Defensive positions! Missile infantry ready!
All of a sudden, this little tower doesn't seem that useful.
Slingers!
Because it doesn't even cover the entrance.
Well, that's not helpful.
Awaiting
Like
orders!
their entrance. And I obviously don't want my skirmishers to get killed super easily.
Slingers!
I feel like they're gonna have a pretty easy time invading.
No. They'll be able to get into the city, but they're gonna die soon after getting in.
Missiles at your command!
Is how this is going to work.
Well, when you have so many people.
Okay.
Defensive positions!
No, you can go right there.
Pikemen! Form
Melee cavalry!
These guys, perfect. We'll have them go that way, then loop around.
Royal
Pharaoh
Pentasks!
can stay over here. And yeah, the Egyptian infantry can stay over there.
So it'd be pretty nice to be in the Pharaoh's little section as a
Why?
soldier. Well then, because he doesn't get put in the front of the battle, so that means you're safer.
Yeah, I mean, he's
You know what?
definitely...
I'm probably not gonna die today.
Yeah, but doesn't mean they're not going to
Fight.
be deployed.
I know, but then I have a great chance.
Riders at once!
Our reinforcements have arrived.
Woo! Alright, we'll get those guys in. These guys will just be cut to ribbons if I get them off of boats.
Infantry at your command! For Egypt!
Oh, yes please. Bring your skirmishers this way.
As you're running away.
Egyptian
My lord!
infantry!
I'm drawing them
Egyptian
out. There's a
warriors!
difference.
Oh, okay.
Egyptian infantry!
Quick march! My lord!
Oh, okay.
Orders!
I
My
know
lord!
instead of using it, you're them as bait.
Not. They're a bit more than bait. They're an
Light cavalry!
asset that I'm using to distract.
Swift melee cavalry!
That's what you get. Easy peasy.
Lemon squeezy.
What are your orders?
Egyptian infantry!
Portage! Ready! At the double! Our orders! General! Advance at speed!
Egyptian infantry!
At the double!
Sorry guys, I'm not able to get you a ton of close-ups, but I think I'm about to fix that. Got some Egyptian infantry versus Egyptian infantry. Pikes are slowly moving in on each other.
Our general is under attack.
We got random purple plants in the middle. Only in Egypt. Let's get the cavalry in.
Come on! Egyptian infantry!
Okay, and those... Oh, they're actually pretty healthy units, so we're actually just going to have them circle around these guys, though. And Pharaoh, you're right there.
Ready yourselves!
Pike line.
My lord!
And charge in the rear for the... That's not looking like a good charge. There we go. And this is when they run away. Yep. What?
We're not running yet.
Not entirely. They're running. They're about to run.
Light cavalry! By your
The
command!
battle is turning in our favor.
Oh wow, that's what the general is. Good to know.
Orders understood! Orders ready forward!
Order! For honor!
Run away. Geez, these pikemen, whoa. They're holding out.
The men are
There's only
wavering.
16 of them.
Dang.
Brave souls. Oh, they're about to run away. Never mind. They were doing good. They've been turned into cows, so they're going home. Running away, they bring dishonor on themselves, dishonor on their family.
Dishonor on their cows.
Exactly, the circle is now complete.
Cavalry!
Yep.
Charge!
So if you guys don't like jokes like that, let us know in the comments below. Or if you like jokes like that, also let us know. Okay, I think we can
Melee cavalry!
have the missiles stop firing and let's chase down the general. So that way, we don't have to worry about her. Yeah, it's the queen. It's nothing personal, but it is a whole lot easier to see an army and nation when it's left leaderless.
Interesting that the queen's the general, though.
It's like my pharaoh being the general. Like the same difference.
Well, I guess that's true.
Oh wait, what? Did I just lose? Yeah, one of my cavalry just died.
What?
Yeah, one of my
You're
horses.
running away.
One of my horses died. So sad.
Looks like you're winning.
All
though,
right.
still
Yeah.
overall.
Oh yeah. No, I won. I would just chase her.
Yay.
Woo! Most kills goes to the cavalry. 215, 241, and 263 on the light cavalry.
Wow.
The pikemen also did pretty good, performing admirably. Pharaoh got in there. He did a little something, but not a whole lot. Yeah, and then the Syrian nations really, they didn't really do anything. They just died.
Yeah, it's like they didn't even kill more than 50 in one of their units.
Yep. Oh, the queen survived. Good for her.
Yeah. They are still... They still have a leader.
Yep. The lands are not open to the enemy. What?
I live to serve.
Well, I guess I have no choice. Actually,
Go back.
Your orders, my
no, I
lord.
was gonna say I'd like to take out the queen there.
Oh, okay.
But now I'm thinking I don't necessarily have to. Because with the fleet, like, there's still some protection here. And that army's pretty beat up. And my garrison is okay?
What can I
Okay-ish?
do
So,
for Egypt?
So you're gonna let the queen live
for now.
until she backstabs you again?
March.
Well, it's more like a front stab because I know it's coming.
Your next command,
I
my
mean,
lord.
that's true.
And actually, let's sabotage the army. The queen's army.
The darkness.
The queen's men. Excellent. Does he
Your
rank
will
up?
is done.
Yep.
Sweet.
Like a pro. Menace. Ooh.
That's exciting.
We'll make him a lookout.
At your command.
And with that, feeling pretty good. Kush, why don't we get along? Why are you,
I will
don't
be
you
a
like me?
patient audience for
Were
your
they
speech.
your allies?
Be
Nope,
sure that
but-
you bring a
so
profitable
they don't have to not like me,
message.
but,
Friendship.
But if they don't like you, then that means they fight you, which is what you want, right?
well, not right now. I want to teach the Serenations what's up for betraying me.
It's not enough that I beat you. You have to be completely beaten. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, they have to be dominated.
Okay. Okay.
And dominated means I control all the lands.
Because that only makes sense.
Uh-huh.
I live besieging settlement.
And we will just auto-resolve this fight.
And
Blood,
blood, blood, blood. I was just thinking that.
Yep.
Blood.
Hopefully you guys were thinking that too. Sweet.
And hopefully you guys
fight
have seen
for you, my
Zootopia and
lord.
know what we're even referencing.
Yep. And if not, you now know.
Yep. You can go watch it and see the blood. Blood scene.
There's not... yes. That blood scene. Yeah, and that's all I really want to do right there.
Treading
See if they're building another army.
There's
They
all
are slowly
concerns.
building another army.
Impossible.
I will now take their
We shall
food.
scatter.
Try and go for it, I dare you.
Are they already back?
Well, they just moved, like, toward ammonium. Like they were going to reinforce it. Oh, whoa, another child!
Wow.
They, seem to be doing pretty well.
What can I do for Egypt?
Yep, they're pretty happily married. Or something like that. Woo! Look at how big that family tree is.
Oh, wow.
So many kids.
A lot of kids. 5 kids.
Yeah, and then let's make Lysimachus the new general over
Ready for
Pharaoh's
orders.
army.
You're not gonna make him finally the heir since he's actually old enough to be the heir?
We're gonna
We
let him
fight
earn
for
his
you,
way and
my
then see
lord.
if his sister, like, does anything to lose it.
You're just gonna let her be pharaoh? Even though
Yeah.
he's the firstborn?
I mean, should I be old school and super patriarchal about it?
No, it's just because he's the firstborn.
My lord.
Firstborn, so if you die, the pharaoh dies anyway.
Typically, it would go to him and stuff, and especially like in Egyptian like mythology. So the idea, so like pharaohs, like the pharaoh was considered to be Ra, or no, Horus reborn, I believe, which is a male deity. So it's a little interesting they'd have a female pharaoh because obviously you can't be considered that incarnation of that god, or at least I wouldn't think so.
That's true.
But this is also the Ptolemaic dynasty, so basically Greco-Egyptian. So they've advanced a couple like 1,000 years from Middle and Ancient Egypt. So
Oh, wow.
who knows? They may have
How can I
Then
assist Pharaoh?
comparing it to older Egypt and thinking of old school as conservative. They could have been liberal like that, if you will,
At your
which is
command.
okay. And also, they had Nefertiti, or Nefertiti.
Yeah, it was like Nefertiti.
So, like, obviously they were open to it. It's just
Your
interesting
feet
considering
lead.
other things about
You
Egyptian
march
culture.
again.
Well, and
Yeah.
that's normally the heir normally is the firstborn, so that's
And
really what
in
it
any
was.
situation,
In any
regardless if it's male or female.
And so I was like, the other son is firstborn, so it's just interesting that
Ready
it
for
needs to be
battle.
the heir, even though she's not the firstborn.
Yep. Okay, let's replace him with his... No, wait, I can't afford his garrison. Or his troops. So he's gonna have to wait.
Got it.
Because the more important thing about putting the son in the army, so this is our ultimate goal, right? In order to send him off to find a wife, he needs to already have some
The
gravitas.
senseless war can
More
end
than what he
today.
already has. So really we're only doing this so this way he can eventually get married. So,
Is that the whole point?
yep,
Get married!
pretty much.
Okay.
Oh yay, now his sister. The appointed heir is...
A base.
Yep.
I will call forth the power of the Jinn. I have done all you asked, my lord.
I live to serve Pharaoh.
As I was in the process, we're gonna put... Where is he? There he is. Let's put him with some Galatian Royal Guard.
At your command.
Oh, nice. Now he's a general.
Yep.
I don't
You're
care
so
how
good.
tired you are.
Yep. I try to be.
Destination reached.
Now, if I'm lucky, what they're going to do is pull their army back. Keyword there is if I'm lucky. Let's raise some forces. That's actually the queen, so I feel like we shouldn't send the queen out to a potentially suicidal battle. That's the sister. She doesn't look very happy. She looks very much like her mom.
But she looks even angrier.
Yeah,
And,
but she has
hates
like the cool
world.
like Egyptian like little cobra thing
I mean,
the
that's
Wadjet.
true.
on her head.
But you would think, you know, being like the Pharaoh's daughter, she would have more to be happy about.
Yeah.
Than being like, I'm mad at everything.
She's Azula,
Ooh, that's true.
apparently.
And if you don't know, Azula is from Avatar: Last
Ready for...
Airbender.
Get to it.
It's an
Yep.
amazing show.
How can I assist Pharaoh?
I live
Yep,
to
and now our
serve
spy
Pharaoh.
ranked up. I forgot about that. And he actually can't go to the next tier of upgrades yet, so we'll just upgrade his current one. And okay, got a few minutes left in this part. If you're enjoying this part, especially if you watch this far into it, like, what, 30, 40 minutes, feel free to hit that subscribe button and the bell for notifications. I do want to do, like, probably at least, like, 5 episodes of this, just because I think it's fun and it's a great excuse to spend time with my wife playing a video game.
Thought long on this. It may eventually invite great
Yeah, so if you
sorrow
want to
for
see
your
these
people.
parts, definitely hit that subscribe button. Be much appreciated. Oh, they have another child.
Oh my gosh.
They have so many kids. Are they adopting? And we just don't know it?
I was they
Like,
don't
look how
exactly-
big that family tree is.
They look exactly the same. I was like,
Well, yeah, right now. They're all like,
but that means everyone's going to be adopted if they look exactly like twins.
I guess. Whew.
6 kids. Oh my gosh.
What
I mean, they have servants to take care of it, but still, that
is
woman.
a lot of kids.
Swift and
That's
silent.
like,
Do not, yeah, no.
Breaking things is
Do not envy her.
entertaining. I have carried out your orders. My
sweet.
skills
Rank
are a
up.
gift to be treasured.
Coordinator. Liar.
Ooh, liar.
Yeah, let's make him a liar.
we
We
fight
need more
for
of this,
you,
right?
my lord.
Yep.
None will
Good
escape.
skill. Alright. So, I think we're just going to call it here with the little siege of the Sierra Nation capital.
Are we going to actually fight it?
We're not gonna fight this part.
Oh, okay. You're just going to do auto-resolve?
No, I'm going to continue the siege. We're just going to press pause here
Oh,
and
okay.
pick it up next time. Yeah, so as I was just explaining to my wife, this is what we're going to call this episode. So that way next time we'll just start off with the siege battle, and this way we get to just enjoy the whole siege battle and not have to worry about time. And so thank you guys for watching this far, and as I was saying earlier, if you've enjoyed this Let's Play so far, let me know down in the comments below. Leave a like or dislike. Either way, either one's much appreciated. And just feel free to weigh in the discussion. Let me know what you think. First, about how you feel about Creative Assembly's decision to have female generals like at all, and also just like how you feel they implement it. Obviously, please try and keep it civil. Like, just calling someone a bigot, like, that doesn't really go anywhere. That's the end of the discussion, and people already make up their minds. I really like to have a nice, like, discussion about it. And because, like, I told some of my friends who are really into history, and each of us, like, our first question was, I wonder how historically accurate their implementation is. And I don't think asking that question makes you a bigot. However, I do think if you believe since there's women in this video game, I don't want to play it, then obviously I think there's an issue with that logic. And so wherever you fall, just feel free to let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next part.